CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. This is going to be a very quick one. This is not a well thought out video. I apologize in advance. It's not going to be very structured, but I want to make this video as soon as possible because I don't know how much longer this is going to be available. There's a couple other folks that have made videos about this as well. I'm just trying to do my part in spreading awareness so that people can get access to the players that they want access to for the historic rosters for the Steph era, as well as some additional celebrities and other player models that are stored and hidden within the game's files. So, again, I don't know if 2K is going to try to restrict this later. This is all possible thanks to PC being on the current generation now, as opposed to in past years when PC was, the same game as the last generation of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So without further ado, how to get Blake Griffin, Andre Iguodala, John Wall, Serge Ibaka, and more from the main menu. You're going to go over to features here on the right. Again, this is a tutorial for PlayStation 5, for Xbox Series X and S, and for PC. This is not for PS4. This is not for Xbox One. If you are a user on that, I am sorry, but you're not going to be able to get this. Go over now to Create Roster. You're going to go to the NBA Modern Era. Go over to User Created Roster. And then go ahead, click triangle on PlayStation, Y on the Xbox. Go to Searching by Online ID. And there's going to be a few people we're going to be searching for in this video. First of which, shout out to Mr. Joseph. He's put together some of those historic rosters with the updated player models for Andre Iguodala, for John Wall, and for Blake Griffin. So we're going to go ahead, search Mr. Joseph. He's got his own YouTube channel. We've shouted him out before on this channel for NBA 2K25 rosters on NBA 2K24. So once we go ahead, type in his name, you're going to see 24, 25 updated ratings and gear. Follow him, Mr. Joseph, on X and on YouTube. He's got all of the missing legends and celebrities guide on his channel as well. So he's going to be making updates throughout the year with this roster. And like I just said, he's also added some of those missing players. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. If we scroll over to none other than, let's go to the Clippers first, right? Let's go over to that 2014 Clippers team. As we stated before, the default rosters this year, Blake Griffin's not included because 2K lost his rights. However, they forgot to take his player model out of the game files. I don't know if that's because they're intending on getting his rights sooner or later, but he's there now. So Mr. Joseph's gone ahead, added him into the roster, so you can download this for play now. You could use this in My NBA mode as well, or for Blacktop, or whatever offline mode you're looking to utilize Blake Griffin for. Here he is. Same if we go to the Warriors, you see Andre Iguodala, and it is his old player model from the previous rendition of 2K and 2K24. So copy right on over. There's Iggy again, and then if we go to the all-time Wizards, I believe that is where I saw John Wall earlier. Yes, here he is, John Wall. There's John Wall, so you can go ahead and play with him as well. Now, beyond that, and PHILLEIM, and I'm not even going to edit that out because, again, I need to get this uploaded ASAP. Let's go ahead. There we go. Unlocked players. Go ahead into this roster here. And once it's loaded, it is taking quite a while, but once it's loaded, we're going to go over to free agency. And oh my goodness. So, Bill Russell's been taken out of the game this year. 2K lost his rights, but his player model still exists. Look at this. None other than the GOAT himself, Chris Smoove, his player model's in the game. So you can go ahead and utilize him. We got some rappers. We got Chris Brown there. We have some 2K devs and prominent employees of the company, if you will. You got Ronnie 2K there. We got some YouTubers. We got another version of LeBron James. We got Adam Silver. You can play with Adam Silver in 2K now. And of course we got, Blake Griffin, John Wall, Connie Hawkins, historic player that I guess they lost rights to recently. They got a rookie, Allen Iverson, in the game. Not sure what the context is there. None of this is created by PC mods. This is just, accessing additional player models within the game's hidden files. So they got some more, famous streamers, influencers, and then other players and rappers. We got DaBaby there. You got Stacks, Montana. I mean, you got just a ton of there's Chris London. There's, you know, all kinds of players, and then also some free agents that 2K lost the rights to recently. There's Ryan Anderson, who, you know, historically was on that Steph era Rockets team, you know, at power forward, so it's good to be able to add him back. You got George Hill back, Andre Iguodala back, so on and so forth. So the list goes on and on. There's a ton of names here, and you know, you can pause at any moment just to look at some of the names, because it's a pretty long list, and not just NBA players either. If we exit out of this, we go now. This is where we go to the player DNA, and instead of searching, create a player, not player DNA. If we go ahead, click Add New Player, once again, like I said earlier, scroll down to Import Player DNA, and this time we're going to be searching for another YouTuber. Shout out to TJ So Good. If we go to Online ID, TG So Good, type that in, go ahead, search. And here's more of those same players that we just saw. Not all of them, not the whole list, just a few of them. But, you know, you can see a few of them popping back up here. So if you wanted to import the player DNA into My NBA, like for example, you start a Steph era My NBA, you can go ahead and import Blake Griffin, John Wall, Andre Iguodala, Serge Ibaka into, or in like Ryan Anderson from that other roster. You could export player DNA from there, import them into your My NBA save if you so desire, or into Play Now offline, or into Blacktop. You know, whatever you're looking to do. Now, besides the NBA, there's also, I haven't seen this talked about a lot, there's some WNBA players as well. So if we go to the WNBA instead, we go to Import Player DNA, load, download, and actually some of these will probably appear towards the top already. Yes, here. So you can see TG So Good, and there's some players right there, and some, look, Allie LaForce's player models in the game. You can play with her in the WNBA. Sue Bird, arguably the GOAT, or one of the GOATs, is in the game. Who else? We got some other players as well. Let me see if I can find any of them. Let's just go ahead and search for TG So Good so we can get the whole list real quick here. And that'll be it for the video. So I can have a more detailed tutorial later on how to, you know, update or, you know, import player DNA into My NBA for any beginners that are new to 2K that really don't know how any of that works. Additionally, for anyone that's excited about this from the aspect of sharing PC mods from the PC to console, you know, like you know, cyber faces that are created by PC modders, still not sure. You know, my first impression was that this is exactly what's happening, is PC will be able to create their own cyber faces. Like maybe we can get a better Anthony Edwards scan and then it can be shared to the console. I'm not sure if that's possible still, because all of these player models that we're seeing right here, these are just hidden in the game files. And that's the reason why they're able to be shared right now. It's because it's already in the game. This isn't something that like PC created their own cyber faces. Like these player models already exist within the game itself. So there's Allie LaForce, you know, you see as the sideline reporter when you're playing in different games. So there she is as a player in 2K. Again, like I don't know if it's going to be possible or not. Same with like the 2K share for jerseys and for courts. You know, the hope is high. I'm very optimistic that maybe some of that stuff will be shareable, but we have no idea yet. Time will tell. There's not a lot of mods out yet, and not a lot that's been uploaded to the share, so we don't know for sure. I think we'll know more later. At least that's my understanding at this moment. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but either way, I'm pretty excited. Excited that we're at least able to get the faces for some of those missing historic players, and then beyond that, we did a video on this already. There's like over 100 missing players from the Steph era rosters. Worst case scenario, you know, there's already a couple people at work making some updated rosters with all of the players that are missing. So we'll have a video on that soon. I just wanted to get this out here right now so that you guys are fully aware. For anyone that hasn't seen this yet and that's not aware of this, now you know. and you know how to access them for Play Now Offline. If you need a tutorial on how to import player DNA into rosters, to create your own rosters, to import into my NBA, please let me know, and I'll consider putting out a tutorial for that. And yeah, that's it for the video. Click the video on your screen right now to see more about those Steph era rosters and how they compare to NBA 2K17, 18, and which players are missing.